Hello and welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some more Mountain Blade Bannerlord, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, I should say. Hold on. Lungs failing on me. Had to do a massive cough. Great timing, right in the middle of the intro. So yeah, we're going to be playing more of this. As some of you may be aware, my monitor died last weekend, so I have got a new one since. I don't know if that's going to affect things on Twitch because I haven't changed anything. I'm just looking now. I mean, it looks kind of normal, but if there are huge problems going on with it, let me know. If it's, massively choppy or something's going horribly wrong that I'm not aware of, just let me know in chat and I'll have to end the stream and try to do something about it. But I'm going to persevere with it for now. It seems normal. So yeah, we'll carry on. So what I want to do today, because I really need a day off tomorrow, so I'm going to try to cram in 2 streams into one. So we'll play Bannerlord for a bit, and then I'll switch over, is my intention, to BattleTech, and I'll do an episode of that. So as I told you, with my streaming schedule changing, I'm now basically just live streaming episodes for YouTube. Excuse me, is the idea. So I'm going to try to make 2 YouTube episodes in one stream today. So what I'll do after I've played this for a while is I'll restart the stream just for ease of editing, because it will then create the second stream as a different file, and then that will just make things much easier for uploads. So we'll play this and then we'll play some BattleTech. We'll see how long I do for each session. I haven't quite settled on that. We'll just see how things go. Catch says it looks fine to me. Thank you very much, Catch. Yeah, that's good to know. Hopefully it'll all be good. Right, so since we last played this, as I said before, they're patching this game almost every day at the moment. So there's a lot of new changes happening. And since I last streamed this, one of the major changes is that the workshops have been hugely nerfed. So originally, my plan was to just do loads of arena fights and make money, which is what I did on my very first playthrough. And then they nerfed the amount of money you seem to make from arenas. And then after that, my plan was to buy workshops and just make money through workshops. And now they've capped the amount of money that workshops can make, I think, to 200 dinars. And obviously not all of your workshops make the maximum all the time. They actually make less than that. I've noticed I've had workshops that have gone from making between 400 and 600 dinars to about 150 now. So that's a huge drop. With this character, I don't have any workshops yet. They would show under the other tab if I did. I don't have anything yet really with this character, but that kind of scuppers the next thing I was going to do, because we were saving up to buy our first workshop. Now I still will probably end up buying workshops, but now they're not making me anywhere near as much money. In fact, one workshop would barely sustain my army of 14 dudes right now, which is pretty pathetic. What I'm instead going to do is something that I only just recently did on I started another new game. Obviously there's a lot to try out and figure out on this game, and with stuff changing frequently as well. There's a lot to experiment with, but I decided to start another new game and try out the marriage thing, because I'd never bothered to do the marriage thing on my original game or on this one. And that's obviously a big part of the game, is you can get married and you can have kids. Now, things have gone a little bit crazy on my other game where I've done the marriage. I've got 7 children so far in the space of 3 years, I think it is. Not very long, which is a little bit crazy. I'm not sure that's quite the rate of possible pregnancies and births for humans, but it's happened. Although, to be fair, one set were twins. I had 5 kids, and then twins were given birth to, so that took us up to 7. And my wife is pregnant again. Just to clarify, this is not real life. In real life, we just have one. We just have William. But I was running out of names for all these kids because you can name your kids. Like it gives them a default name, but it also gives you a little pop up over here on the right side of the screen where I'm mousing over now, which you can click on, and that will allow you to name your kid yourself. Although the twins one was bust, it only gives one pop up for the twins, and you can name one of them, but you can't rename the other. So that one's a bit broken. That's a bit of an oversight, I think, perhaps, but probably a very minor thing that's low on their priority list to fix. But yeah, so you can name your kids, and I was going through naming them. Obviously, the first one I named William. And I started running out of names. I was asking Charles, like, Charles, I've got 7 kids now. I need name suggestions. Help me out here. This is not something we ever planned for in real life, so I've not thought of that many names. But yeah, so 7 kids and another one on the way on my other game. On this one, obviously, we don't even have a wife yet. There is something that I learned about it, because the reason I started a new game is I wanted to try the getting married and having kids thing. No, Sindrin, no. The real life plan was 2. 2 is enough. We only have 1 so far, though. What was I saying? So, yeah, on my original campaign, I wanted to eventually try the getting married thing, but my character's in his 40s, and I was just getting no options to start the courting process with anyone. So, it does seem that you hit a point in the game where you're no longer eligible for marriage. So, you've got to do it early enough. I've read rumours that the cutoff for female characters to be able to get pregnant is 35. So the plan is, maybe that actually applies to the men as well. I don't know, but the plan is to try to get a wife before you hit that age. Now, my current age is 31, so I've only really got 4 years of fertility left potentially in the game's terms. It's a good job the cutoff isn't 35 in real life, otherwise I wouldn't have had any kids at all. But yeah, so my plan now is to try to get married, and so I can start having children, because they basically give you free companions. You've got to wait for them to age, but eventually they will age. You can die of old age in the game, apparently, so at least one of them will need to be your heir. But you can use them as companions as well. Rather than having this limit as you have on companions here, your family, you will see, has no limit at all. So my plan is to create an army of my own offspring, which I'm well on the way for on my other game. But this game, we've got to get the ball rolling. So I'm going to look for a wife. Now, I found one that I used on my other game, so I'll probably go for the same one. The thing is, it's quite a tricky process getting a wife, because it involves a load of dice rolls that seem to fail a lot. And I experimented with this. The character I've got where I actually managed to get a wife, I created a new character where I just pumped everything. Like you pick all the attributes when you're starting a character by picking its background. I pumped everything into charm that I could. So I had maximum charm. Now, as you might see with this guy, he has no experience points, no focus points in charm, so you can't really get it up very high, and he's not very charming with a score of 12, is he? So he might actually struggle to attract a wife when pretty much his limit is, or you want sex. I don't think he's going to get many ladies with lines like that. So we might actually struggle to get a wife with this charm score. So Sindra says charm 2, so he's literally Sarge. Sarge has got way more charm than that. Sarge can get the ladies still, even at his age. This guy, however, I think he'd struggle to even have an arranged marriage. But yeah, so we might have a hard time with that. So now, I don't normally save scum my games. However, when it comes to getting a wife, I think I might, because what you've got to do is you've got to get 2 times you've got to do a set of 3 rolls, and to get to marry someone, you've got to successfully pull off all 3 rolls each of those times. If you fail one of the 3 rolls in each of those occasions, that's it. You can't marry this person. and we could basically spend forever trying rolls on vaguely eligible maidens and just failing and failing and failing. So I am pretty certain that I'm just going to have to save scum that to get us through the rolls process, because you've got to do it twice, like I said, which like the odds are pretty rubbish, and particularly with this charm, to see if I can actually just get a lucky run and succeed in scoring a wife. After you've done that, though, that's not even over then. After you've done that, you've then got to go and talk to your prospective bride's father, ask permission to marry, and pay a dowry. Now, I remember from the character that I managed to marry on my other game that I ended up paying somewhere in the region of between 6,000 and 7,000 dinars to be allowed to marry her. So you'll notice right now we're on 6,141 dinars. So I'm just going to try to build up a little bit more money there, and then see if I can score myself a bride. So we'll have to see what we can achieve with that. But as I said, normally I don't save scum in games. Those that know me, you know I don't normally. But in this instance, to get myself a wife, just so that you guys get to see what's going on with that, rather than me spending an eternity failing and failing to get a wife, I'm going to probably save scum to just get through the dice roll process to become eligible to marry someone. So we'll see what happens with that. Right, where am I? I've come over to the eastern lands because my plan is to recruit an army of horse archers. Now, at the moment, I don't want to make my army too big. Basically, because I can't afford a big army. Now, I could upgrade that guy to a legionary. A little bit of my money going to go there. I've got a very, very small force, haven't I? I do have a nice chunk of Imperial Palatine Guard archers. That's cool. But they're not as cool as horse archers. Horse archers are just simply better. Let's see if I can recruit any here. Let me see. Yeah, I can recruit a couple of Khuzate nomads. And these guys turn into horse archers eventually, which is good. The entry for these guys is heavy horse archers, which is nice. There are better horse archers than that even. You can get Khan's Guard, but they're a specialist unit that you have to recruit a certain type of unit to be able to go into that tree, and at the moment that's not available to me. You need to rep up to get that. Right, so we've recruited a couple of those dudes. There's a big pile of looters there. 46 looters. Can I handle 46 looters? Let me see. What have we actually got? I mean, maybe. We've got a whole bunch of archers, and I could potentially keep them distracted with the horse archer. Oh, hang on. I've got a point I can spend here. So accuracy with bows increased by 10%. Yep, get that. Thank you. Oh, it looks like we are incredibly close to leveling up as well, or in fact have already leveled up. That's confusing. Says I'm on 53 points out of 50, so I should have already hit level 10. Why have I not hit level 10? I don't know. Let's not question it. Early access game. Who knows what's going on? I don't think Tail Worlds even know what's going on half the time. Right, so I've got some companions that are horse archers. I'm a horse archer. That's a good start. And then I've got a bunch of little dudes who are also archers. Maybe I can handle those 46. Let's go and find out. What's the worst that can happen? Well, actually, really, really bad things could happen. we could lose our entire army and get captured and be ruined. Right, now the odds are slightly in their favour. There are rather a lot of them. But yeah, Bob Ross here looks like he's not too happy with us. But we're going to tell him to surrender or die, which feels a bit bad because Bob Ross was a very nice, peaceful chap. But this guy's expression has now changed to a stony stare. And we're going to go in, we're going to fight this. Even though the odds are slightly against us, they are. Oh, there we go. Catch with the Bob Ross emote. Nice. We're gonna try our best here. If we can.
Infantry! Forward!
shoot them to pieces. Right, now I'm going to try and distract them with my horse archers so they don't get too close to my Palatine guard too soon. No, we want the bow out, please. Oh, I don't really have that many arrows, do I? Okay, this is a big, thick pile of them. I'm just going to fire into indiscriminately. Oh, wow. You'd have thought that you couldn't possibly miss a big pile like that, but yeah, I'm proving that theory wrong. It's in fact quite easy for me to miss. Oh, there we go. We're getting some hits now. Okay, the distraction is kind of working in that they are mostly chasing the horse archers around and not going for my main force. Oh god, my archery skill is so bad. I forgot how bad it was on this character. My other one, I've got like a really awesome bow. Oh, I've gained a level finally. Really awesome bow. My skill is good, so I can hold my aim for a while as well. It's all great. This character, no, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ooh. Oh god, no. Oh god, my horse is so slow as well. Oh, they're chucking rocks. Leave me alone. For those that are wondering how good the armor gets in this game, I've managed to get what I think is the best armor in the game on one of my characters. And the in Mount and Blade Warband, you could get to a point where your armor was so good that peasants like this could barely hurt you. I mean, they would be doing 0 damage to you a fair amount of the time, and it made you almost invincible, which is kind of good in a way. In this, that does not happen. Even with the best armor on, I've still found problems dealing with looters with rocks. Like they can just rock me to death. I don't have the best armor with this character. Oh god, if my archers run out of arrows. They actually have run out of arrows. Better send them into melee then, hadn't I? Yeah, I can have trouble with these guys chucking rocks at me. If you're not careful, they will rock you to death. Oh no, I'm out of arrows. Feels bad that I missed that very last shot. Okay, right. Well, the Palatine Guard are doing good work there with their swords. Might have helped if I'd noticed that they'd run out of arrows a little bit sooner and sent them in the fight. I guess they must have quite a low supply of them. But we did win the battle. What did it cost us? One Khuzait nomad died. Well, we only just recruited him. We didn't even bother to learn his name, let alone his face. So that's a loss I'm quite okay with. We've got 4.6 renown for that and 2.8 morale, which is pretty good. Got ourselves some prisoners to sell. And yeah, all of our companions had a bit of a rough time there. But they did good work tying up those forces and distracting them while we let our archers get to work at killing them. Right, so I'm going to head straight back to this settlement. We're a little bit dinged up. I'm going to do some trading. And trying to make ourselves some money. So, as I said, we need... come on, load in. We need between 6,000 and 7,000 to be able to afford to woo my bride of choice. So we're going to try to keep in the region of that with our finances. We'll need a little bit to cover costs of running our army as we travel to wherever she may be. So we'll need a little bit extra for good measure. But I don't want to get there and then find out that I'm actually short of cash. So we're gonna build up a little bit and then we're gonna go. So what are we on now? 6,600. So let's get to 7,000 and then we'll head over there. Let's sell these prisoners as well. And at the same time, I still want to keep trying to build up my army. I do want to eventually replace everybody that I'm currently using with... Khuzait horse archers instead, because you're almost unstoppable once you get a good sized army of those. The trick is just getting them there and being able to afford to buy enough horses, because that's another thing worth mentioning. If you want to upgrade an infantryman to someone of a troop type that rides a horse, you actually need to own the horses to be able to do that as well. So you've got to be able to afford to buy those or loot them. However you come about the horses is up to you. But yeah, so that's a thing to remember as well. So I'm going to need a fairly decent sized supply of horses so I can upgrade all of these guys into horse archers. Otherwise, I'll just be stuck with them at the very bottom rung, because their first upgrade turns them into mounted archers. But only if you have the mounts. So what do we have at the moment? We do have a few horses. So I mean, this isn't bad. Like, we're not doing too badly for horses already. Okay, that's positive. I like that. Right. So we're just going to travel around a few of these villages. Hopefully avoiding step bandits, because they can be annoying because they're all mounted. And all of my companions who make up my cavalry at the moment are out of action, so I would be fighting mounted archers with no mounted stuff of my own, which makes life very difficult, as the Mongols taught the world quite some time ago. Right, what can we do here? There's nothing. I don't want to be trading, I just don't have the money. I need to keep recruiting, and I need to keep smashing looters specifically, because they are the low-hanging fruit, the easy kills, the easy money. At this stage of the game, easy money is what I need. Now, the thing is, as I'm recruiting more and more people, my upkeep costs are going up, so I'm going to be losing more money along the way. But in the long run, it will be worth it, because having that army of horse archers is going to allow us to take on enemy stacks that are much greater than the size of our own stack. And I think that is going to bring the cash rolling in and the rep rolling in as well when we can do that. So, right, I've now got 30 troops. How are we looking? Let's check the party. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted party. Okay, so that's 11 Kuzate nomads. A bunch of them will die before they ever get to level up, but that's a start. I mean, I'm going to stick with that for now. I don't want to go overboard too early and find myself going bankrupt because I can't keep up with the costs. But now we're just going to kind of trawl the countryside looking for looters. Take on, hopefully before we run out of money. Right, now what are they? 6 cavalry. How are my companions doing now? We have got a lot of archers. I mean, maybe if I can catch those guys, I can perhaps yoink myself some horses from them. Oh, they seem to have outrun us. They're pretty quick. All right, let's go to Anira instead. Actually, another thing I think I want to change, because like the Botanian Mountain Blade that I've got is awesome, by the way. Just for the record, I think this sword is really good because it doubles as both a one-hander and a two-hander, and is pretty damn good at both of those things. It's, in my opinion, it's the best sword that you're allowed to equip in your civilian outfit as well. You are actually allowed to equip that as a civilian weapon. You'll see the little symbol there, civilian, shows up on things that you're allowed to give yourself for that outfit, and it's absolutely fantastic. But when I'm fighting from horseback, and one of my weapon setups is the bow, I think it's a lot easier to have a spear as your other weapon rather than the sword, because you see it's kind of tricky to swing and hit. Oh my god, they have increased the value of Botanian Mountain Blades. They were not worth that much when I last saw. I think we won this doing a tournament, but Jesus, look at that! Look at the value of that. I mean, nobody will give me that money for it, but like that's worth a lot. Anyway, we're going to keep it. I'm going to equip it to my... There we go, my civilian outfit. It's very snazzy looking sword as well. I do like it. But yeah, we're going to use this crappy Western simple spear for now. I need to get myself a better spear. But using that from horseback is a damn sight easier to get kills with than trying to use a sword. Now, unfortunately, all of my companions have just got swords. Or this guy, I'll replace his javelins with a shield. So I need to get these guys spears as well, but obviously they'll just end up with hand-me-down spears as I end up casting off mine for better ones. You'll see another new thing showing up is this no saddle warning. That never used to be there until the most recent patch. You'll see it says no saddle equipped, minus 10% penalty to mounted speed and maneuver. It makes sense if you're not riding with a saddle that you would get a penalty for that. However, we're too poor to be able to afford saddles for everyone else, so I've got one because I am leader of my clan, and as a special person, I deserve a saddle. But the rest of my guys are just having to make do with riding bareback. No pun intended. Right, let's go to Anira, see if there's a tournament, or see if we can catch those step bandits. Oh, in fact, scratch that. We're going to go for the looters. That's not the right saddle. Was for camel. Surely I've not got a camel saddle. No, I don't think it allows you to put a camel saddle on a horse. We'll have a look in a minute, though. Right. Yeah, poor Husson-Free. I don't have the skill to ride Husson-Free. He's beyond my level. Chico says he needs no saddle. Well, yeah, you know, he's got a hump, hasn't he? Kind of like a natural saddle. Right, with these looters here, I'm going to send in the troops rather than fight the battle. Because I've found, well, one, you can gain tactics skill from simulating the battles, so rather than fighting it yourself. Two, I find doing the auto-resolve against looters, don't do it against anyone other than looters, in my opinion. But if you do it against looters, one, nobody ever dies on your army. Nobody ever dies. And two, they seem to level up a bit quicker. So I found it's actually easier to level up, like these Khuzait Nomads, for example, into mounted guys by just auto-resolving against certain size looter stacks. If the odds are not in my favour, then obviously I'll fight the battle. But against just 14 guys, may as well auto-resolve and get some guys levelling up. Right, so we'll take some more prisoners. As you can see here, we've now got the Khuzait Nomads ready to level up. So if you, I don't know if you can see whether it's big enough for you guys to see, this little pop-up here will say upgrade to Khuzait Tribal Warrior, required horse and cost 15. So this is what I was talking about, saying, you know, if you want to make someone who's not mounted into a mounted warrior, you will require, a horse will be required to do that. Once you've done that with these guys, you can then level them up for a little while before they hit another stopping point. So you can see this guy, I can level Khuzait Tribal Warriors into Khuzait Raiders without needing anything. But at a certain point, I will need war horses specifically to level them up further. So I'll need to make sure I've got a supply of those. So I can get these up to a certain point just on ordinary horses, but then eventually I will require a war horse specifically for each person that wants to level up beyond a certain point. So if we open up the tree here, Khuzait Tribal Warrior, Khuzait Raider, I think Khuzait Horse Archer is fine, but if I want to make them heavy horse archers, I think that's the point where I require a war horse to be able to turn them into heavy ones. So that's just a little thing worth noting. Horses are valuable commodities in this game, it seems. Right, so we have grabbed some more stuff. How are our dudes doing? Recovering slowly. I'm going to go into Anira. I'm at 100% health, so that's good. If there's a tournament going on here, I may as well have a crack at it, because as I said in a previous stream, although I'm not placing bets at the moment, because I mean the money for it isn't that amazing anymore, and I haven't really got enough money that I can afford to lose on gambling on my incompetent self. I can at least win the prize if I get to the final and win the final, and sometimes the prizes are quite valuable, as you saw with the Botanian Mountain Blade. You know, like the value of that is pretty immense. Like that could fund me for quite some time if I was willing to sell that. I'm not willing to sell that, however, because I want to use it instead. Right, did they... Oh, I was going to check my buying. Southern Common Harness. No, it's definitely horse harness. Yeah, definitely a horse harness. We're not accidentally sticking a camel saddle on a horse. We're all good. Yeah, you see the camel saddles look different, although they're still labelled as a horse harness. They are quite visibly different, though. You can clearly see there is an obvious difference between camel and horse saddles. Right. What did I want? Spear. Decent spear. Do they sell decent spears here? That's a pike. Can't use a pike on horseback. Obviously no use. Wide leaf spear. Okay. So it's got a slower thrust speed and worse handling, but it is quite a bit longer and it's got more piercing. Weapon tier 4 as opposed to weapon tier 2. It's a little bit heavier, but it doesn't matter too much when I'm on horseback. And it will cost me 920, which I'm trying to save money, aren't I? Maybe I'll just not buy a spear. We'll make do. Oh, hold on a minute. Really? The Western javelins are worth 5,000 here? We're going to buy that spear after all. We've sold the javelins. I'm buying the spear. No, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to buy that spear. If I'm going to be swimming in money, I'll buy a better spear than that. There'll be a better spear than that at another location. All right. Is there a better bow I can use yet? No. I'm terrible with bows. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I'm going to get 5,419 for this, so I'm all good with that. We're now on 11.9k, just like that. Let's go see if anything's happening in the arena. Yes, there's a tournament on. We're going to take on the tournament. Right, let's see if I can just catch up on chat a bit. What's going on? So you need to cheat to get a wife. Sounds like real life. Thanks for that, Sindrin. Yeah. No, all I had to do was be a DJ. That's how I met Shell. I was a DJ for 7 years. That worked out just fine. I mean, you might class that as cheating. I don't know, but it worked for me. If you have kids and your main character dies of old age, do you play as a kid then? Yes, Catch. You can choose someone that is your heir that you can take over and start playing with after the death of your character. Now, with this game being in early access, it's not 100% clear if they've enabled aging death on your characters yet, but the intention is for it to be in the full game. So assuming it is working like that, you're going to want your heirs, and when the game is finished, obviously that is how it will work. So yeah, your character can age to a point where they die of old age, and you will pick an heir, you'll pick someone, and that then becomes you. You will then start playing as that person in the game and continue your legacy, which I think is awesome. I'm actually really excited about that aspect of the game. I think it's really cool that you can just have a continuous dynasty until somebody, you might hit somebody in your line. Let's say you're not going to save scum the whole getting a wife thing. You might hit somebody in your line where you just fail to win a partner with, and he never has kids, and then that's the end of your line. But I think even in that eventuality, you can pick a non-family member from your companions to make your heir to continue on with. So yeah, you can basically just keep the chain going one way or another, whether it's with your family or without your family, from what I gather. So I think that's pretty cool. Looking forward to getting him getting to that stage of the game eventually. Sindrin says, fun fact, Bob Ross was actually a drill sergeant before becoming a professional painter. Yeah, I read about that as well, actually. I think I've even seen a picture of him in his uniform. He kind of really changed how he was, though, didn't he? What version of the game is this? This is the most up-to-date early access version. So whatever the patch was they released today, I've forgotten what it was already. I can't look from here, but if I could go to a load screen, I'd be able to tell you, but I can't look right now. Yeah, how you doing, Tasku? Yeah, well, I'm trying to stream at the weekends now. Obviously, I'm looking after William 5 days a week. At the weekends, I'm trying to get a bit of streaming in just to keep going and just keep making content for my YouTube channel as well. So I'm basically, as I explained before, just live streaming YouTube videos on Twitch, if that makes any sense to anyone. So my stream times will be a bit shorter, and like today, for example, I'm going to try to cram in Mountain Blade and then cram in some BattleTech as well, all in one day, so that I can actually have a day off tomorrow. But I'm still trying to keep the whole streaming thing going. around being a full-time dad, because I love doing it and I miss you guys, and I like, you know, being able to still create content, and also there's just loads of games that I really want to play while streaming, this being one of them. I've been looking forward to this for so long, you know. It just seems a shame to have to end my streaming career at the point when there's just so much cool stuff to play. And also with everybody locked down in their homes as well. I mean, this is a great time to be a streamer, isn't it? Like, everybody's stuck at home and with loads of spare time and looking for things to do. So yeah, I just want to keep things going as best I can, and what works for me is to be able to do some streams at the weekends, because in the evenings I found I'm just far too exhausted after waking up at the crack of dawn and looking after William all day while Shell's working from home. By the time I finish in the evening, I've made dinner, eaten dinner, I'm just too exhausted to even think about streaming. So the weekend is when I can do it. So that's what we're doing here. So I haven't got like a definite regular time for it, but at the moment I've been kind of roughly starting around the same time that I used to do my streams anyway. So if you're a regular and you know that, you know when to log on for it. It's about 3 p.m. UK time. Is my usual, so I'll try to keep that up. But yeah, I mean, I miss you guys. I want to stay in touch. I want to keep putting out streams, even if I can only, you know, do it once or twice a week to keep up with you guys. I want to keep going as best I can. Tasky says, is there a slight stutter to the game? Sometimes there can be. I'm just assuming that's, you know, lack of optimization of an early access game at the moment. But I am running this on maximum everything settings, so that might have an impact. I haven't tried turning the shadow setting to static. I'll maybe have a look at that. Let's see what that does. Shadow type. It says static and dynamic. So if I set it to static only, we'll see what happens with that, whether that's an improvement. But I've not experimented with it, Tasco, but we'll give it a shot. Catch says, Huston-Free doesn't even carry supplies. He's an equal. Oh, definitely. He's got his own hat and everything. Right, where was I? Crazy fast swing speed is pretty OP right now. What's what weapon's that on? Oh, just on any fast attacking weapon. I mean, that's always been the case with these kind of games, and there are many games that have used this kind of combat system since, aren't there? That fast attack speed can be quite OP. Even if you're doing low damage with each hit, you're just getting your hits in before anyone else can, and just constantly interrupting their hits with your hits. It's, yeah, I can see why you'd be saying that's OP. It's always been OP in these kind of games, hasn't it? So that's a good tip for people that might struggle with the combat, though. Good point. Well made there, Tasky. Right, where else am I? So Catch is saying, now I'm wondering if my character is too old to get hitched. Yeah, I think if you're over 35, then that's the cutoff. So yeah, you'll have to check your age. Ow. Javelins and everything. Ow. Okay. Another thing is my monitor broke last Saturday, so I've had to get a new monitor. It's roughly as good as my old one. It's not as good as my old one was. It's a less good brand, let's say, but hopefully it does an equivalent job. All right, there we go. We got through the first round. Okay, so skip that. Now, oh dear. So 2 teams are going to go through. Okay, yeah, come on, load in. Yeah, come on, chuck the javelin. No, don't chuck it into my shield. Chuck it into this guy. Okay, our teammate is useless. Oh, that hurt. Oh, simultaneous javelin and sword to the head. Did the trick there. Right, this guy looks pretty hardcore. I think we should all gang up on him. Yeah, look at you in your shiny armor with your cloak and everything. Don't want to fight you in the final, do we? There he goes. Right, we're through, so it doesn't matter if I win this fight or not now, but we won anyway. Right, yeah, so I think we've eliminated that flashy-looking champion dude. What was his name? Patir. He's out of action now, so we've got to beat an Imperial infantryman. One of our companions is still in it, though, Gandarina the Black, although if she's one of my companions, I know she's got very terrible body armor at the moment. So none of them have got particularly good gear. My gear's not great either. It's adequate for this level of the game, let's say. He got wrecked. Nice. Skip that round. And now we're in the final, unsurprisingly, against Gandarina the Black. So we just need to stab her up in the body. She's got a reasonable helmet. So, well, he says as he decides to start chopping straight through the head. I was going to say, I should try to avoid hitting the head, really. There we go. That was a body shot. In fact, no, that was a neck shot, but it did the trick. And we've won. So our prize is some plated striped gauntlets. They might be better than what I'm using. I don't know. I think they had 22. I think what I'm using is 18 armor value. So that could well be an improvement. Oh, don't forget to ransom the prisoners. Let's go to the trade screen. Yeah, so 22. Oh, that was another thing I only just noticed. Prior to this patch, you couldn't hover over your prize and see the stats of the prize in advance of the tournament. I just noticed at the start of this tournament, I hovered over it and I could see some stats. So that's another new thing they've implemented, I guess. There we go. We've got some shiny gauntlets now, but unfortunately our hands are going to get cold. We don't have gloves. We've just got braces. Never mind. Right, what can I do with these Highland Noble braces? Surely somebody can use those. Hiroslav Frostbeard. Stick them on him. There's a graphics glitch. Right, I noticed this before. There's a graphics glitch with these braces. If you put them on males, they seem to glitch out and you get this weird effect. Now watch what happens if I put them on a female. I'll put his original ones back on. So Gandarina the Black, for example. If I stick them on a female model, look, they look fine. You see? They're rendering perfectly, just as they should. So, just, yeah, one thing that obviously they need to fix, amongst the many things that need fixing. Highland Noble braces, if you're a stickler for things looking nice and right, just use them on your female characters, and they will look as they should. But if you try to put them on a male character, it all goes a bit wrong. Right, let's see. Right, okay, we're done there. We're done. So I now want to find out. Okay, so here's another thing. If you press N for November. No. Why is it bringing that up? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it brings up the encyclopedia. It's because the last page I was on in the encyclopedia was this. Let's go home. Right, that's the page it's supposed to bring up when you just press N on a starting game where you've not messed about. So this is the page it's supposed to bring up. It brings up the encyclopedia and it allows you to look at all sorts of stuff. There's information on all sorts of things. You can navigate this and learn about all the different clans. Search your own character as well and your own clan. That's even got a page. You can see all my companions there and all of that. Nice list of what my clan has achieved. You can see I've won a few tournaments so far. Not bad. But also, very usefully, it allows you to search for eligible wives, or if you're playing a female character, eligible husbands. So what I can do is I can filter female, because obviously I'm a male and I'm choosing to marry a female, although there are people working on mods for those that want same-sex partnerships. There are people working on mods to allow that. I don't know how it will work with having kids with that, but I assume they could mod that in as well. But anyway, in the standard game, obviously, if you want to have children, you need to marry the opposite sex, as that's how biology works. So I'm obviously, being a straight male, want to marry a female anyway, so I'm going to look for a female. You can filter by nobles. I've got female nobles filtered now, and that gives you just the entire list of female nobles, and you can look through and just find someone that you think is worth marrying. So as we can see, for example, this character here, Alsea, she's age 47. She already has a husband as well, and she in fact also has 3 adult children. So she's not eligible because 1, she's too old, 2, she's married, and 3, that face is just kind of hideous. But anyway, so I'm going to go for this character because this is the character I married with my other one, and it saves me a lot of time because I already know she's eligible age. She's 24 years old right now. She is from the Empire culture, and her dad, Lucan, is actually a bit of a bigwig. She seems like quite a good person to marry, in my opinion. She's also got a brother here, this guy, Aceron. He's 29 years old, so marrying into this family might not be too bad. Her dad's a pretty powerful dude, and you know, and in these kind of times, marrying into power is a good idea. So she is last seen at Argaron today. This is why this is useful, because once you've found someone that's eligible, is of the right age, and is useful, then you can find out where they were last seen. You can go there and start trying to chat them up. So I'm going to make my way over to Argaron, which is somewhere way north of my current position. Yeah, all the way up here. So we've got a long old way to go. But on our way there, we're going to stop by at various other cities and, you know, attack any looters that we manage to find along the way. Keep progressing. We've got a nice big fat stack of cash to sit on now. Okay, right. This band of looters are being assisted by forest bandits. I'm not going to auto-resolve this because forest bandits can actually kill your guys in auto-resolve situations, whereas the looters never seem to. So I'm actually going to fight this. And the plan will be to try to take out those archers as quickly as possible. And then we can deal with the rest. The Midlands Doyle has been known to travel great distances to mate, says Catch. I read that in David Attenborough's voice in my head. I hope you wrote it in his voice too. If you kill her husband, technically she... I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can, you know, just murder people's husbands and then get away with marrying them afterwards. I'm not sure that works, but... I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't. It's ethically very murky. Right, why are some of my dudes just chilling back there? Oh, because they're horse archers, aren't they? Oh, okay. Never mind, we're just going to charge everyone now. Messed around long enough. Need to get to those archers. Ah, here we go. Oh, no. It's a whiff. Oh. Right, we get through the other side. Keep them distracted. That's the thing. We don't want too many of these archers shooting my infantry as they move in, because they can kill them quite easily. Oh, hello. Oh, there's Bob Ross, look. Bob Ross is fighting with a sickle. Oh, he died. Oh, it's a sad time. Right, we've won that battle. Gained a skill point in polearm for all my stabby. I appear to have an arrow in my back. Not particularly great for my health. That's looks like it's kind of right in my lungs there, through my back. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Though we did in fact lose 2 of our Khuzait nomads. Never mind. Not a great environment. But we got ourselves some prisoners. We've got a veteran archer has leveled up to be another Palatine guard. That's pretty cool. Happy with that. And we did actually get a bunch of nomads now turn into Khuzait tribal warriors. So I've now got 5 horse archers. So those couple of deaths is probably worth it in the long run. We're getting a reasonable force together as we go, aren't we? Ooh, now then. The Northern Roughhide cap is actually wearable in your civilian outfit and it's pretty decent. I mean, you look like a complete lemon in it. It's not very stylish, but if you're purely worrying about armor level, I think the max armor you can have on your head for a civilian outfit is 14, so it's almost as good as you can get. So we'll chuck that on and look ever more like some kind of stupid Smurf. Right, let's crack on. There's a pile of looters there. 20 of them. I think we'll auto-resolve that fight. All going well. Yeah, odds are massively in our favour, so we'll just send in the troops. Nobody leveled up, but as you saw, nobody died either. So we probably got some people close to leveling. Yeah, XP bars up fairly high there. I mean, the Palatine Guard and the Legionaries are already max level. They're at the end of their trees already. These guys are proper hardcore Imperial troops of the Empire. And yeah, look, we're almost ready for one of our Khuzate tribal warriors to become a raider, which is cool. So we did earn a chunk of XP out of that, even though nobody leveled. It is worth auto-resolving those where you can, I find, anyway, in terms of just getting your army leveled up faster. Uh-oh. Oh no, what's happening here? I was reading chat and then suddenly we're in a fight. Although, are we really being attacked by 3 guys? We are really being attacked by 3 guys. I'm noticing changing that shadows thing is making the graphics look a little bit weird in places. So I'm actually going to switch it back because it doesn't seem to have changed the performance. So I'm going to put it back to static and dynamic. Because that guy's face looked really messed up there. Right, yeah, 3 forest bandits will attack. Like, what makes them possibly think that stopping us on the road and demanding a toll when there's 3 of them versus my 20-something was a good idea? These guys definitely need a lesson. Okay. Right, we are going to send in all our archery dudes. There we go, right in the face. There's only one of them left now. Oh, arrow to the head, and he's gone. So is the frame rate a bit choppy on the stream? Is it when I'm in the battles? Right. Okay. I wonder if maybe I just drop all the graphics in general. Maybe that will help it. I mean, it's fine for me. Like, for me playing the game, I'm not really noticing any real issues with it. It looks fine to me, but obviously we want it to look fine for you guys as well. So let's see. Just use that and just drop it down to everything high rather than very high, and see if that makes things a little less choppy in the battles. Yeah, I use OBS. I mean, it is telling me that I'm getting occasional skip frames. I mean, the other thing is we've got everything set up on OBS for my other monitor, and it might be that I need things tweaking for this monitor, and that took a lot of time and effort to get it all set up for the other one, and we've just not had the time to look at this, and I've just gone, damn the consequences, I need to stream. I'm streaming anyhow. So it might just be that, you know, there are some OBS settings we need to change. But for now, you know, we'll try dropping the graphics a little. Barely noticeable, is it really? So we'll just see if that helps instead for now. And if not, we'll have to have a look at it. Right, I'm just having a little look at what I could pick up for myself, since I do have a nice big pile of cash. I think I'm going to pick up nothing. What I'm looking for, really, as I said earlier, is a much better spear than I'm currently using. So I'm just going to sit on the crappy spear that I'm currently using until I see a good one. Save my cash. Right, is there anyone that's not got shoulders? No, they've all got shoulders. Armor 2. It's armor 2. Highland cloak is a lot heavier than the scarf as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to sell that cloak. That's no use to anybody at the moment. Sell all of this. Sell these. Oops, no, don't sell that. Don't sell that. Accidentally selling a helmet that I didn't want to sell. Yeah, I'm keeping that because I do intend to have more companions, and so there's a certain amount of kit that I'm just going to sit on until we have more companions to give that kit to. Right, okay, 813. It's not a bad little haul there. I'll take it. Iron arming sword. I got 2 of those. I'll sell one of those as well. There we go. It tips it over 1,000. Nice. Nice. Right. I might just wait here until day and see if there's a tournament. Yes, there's a tournament. Because I do quite enjoy picking up those cheeky prizes now and then. Some of them are quite valuable. As you saw, the last thing was pretty valuable. So this is a bronze round kettle helmet. We can see as I hover over it, we're now able to view the stats. Weighs 1.8, armor tier 4, head armor 24. Not bad at all. So we'll see if we can grab that. Right, let's see if things are any less choppy. Uh-oh. My teammate is already out of the fight. Oh, I've got 3 more. Oh no, I'm being ganged up on here. We can't have that. Oh, someone from the blue team's come to help me out. Alright, we definitely want to get this. Oh, that did not go well for them, did it? Oh no! 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 The Palatine Guard wrecked me. Whatever he was. No, it's Tharos, in fact. He's a named guy. I was going to say, we want to get this guy knocked out because he's got all the flashy stuff. Like, I think he's wearing the best armor and the best helmet in the game. Shoulders could be better, I think. But, yeah, he's well tooled up. But anyway, it's all over now, isn't it? I'm out. That's it. Curtains for me. So, end of the tournament. We're not. Oh no! Hold on! No, I wasn't. I was through. Apparently, I was through, and then I've just quit anyhow. I just saw I was in the next round. It was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I want to quit." No. Cool. Oh well. I could have had a second chance at that. Apparently, in spite of being taken out, my team did well enough to get through to the next round. Never mind, eh? There'll be more tournaments and more prizes. All right, we've gained a skill point in Steward. That really doesn't come in handy until you start having your own fiefs. But it's not a bad thing that it's going up. Right, we're going to auto-resolve this one. There we go. We got another Tribal Warriors leveled up now. Excellent. So we've now got a Khuzait Raider. Right, so there we go. So from Raider to get to Horse Archer, you'll see now it says required Warhorse. So if I'm going to go up to the next level, that's going to cost me war horses. I've got a load of prisoners. Kind of forgot I was sitting on prisoners and should have sold them at the last settlement. But we've got Myzia right here, so we'll let those looters live for now. We'll go clear out these prisoners here. 11 for that. Is there an arena fight? No, there isn't. Check see if there's a decent spear for us to pick up. Okay, wide leaf spear. Is that the best I can find at the moment, isn't it? That's the one I passed up on earlier, but the peeler's pretty good. The only thing not good about it is it's very, very short range for a spear, 114. It's not really enough to use from horseback. Long, fine steel spear. Good length, decent pierce. I might go with this fine steel Manavlian. Although it's cheaper than the wide leaf spear, it does have more piercing damage, although not quite the reach. You can also cut with it. You can swing with this spear as well. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm buying that. We'll sell up whatever rubbish we happen to be carrying around as well. And so I'll now upgrade my spear to that snazzy one, and that means my spear is now going spare, and I'll give that to Hiroslav Frostbeard. He's now got a spear. Fine steel two-handed sword. That's actually a really good sword. Am I allowed to give him that? Yeah, I can give him that as a civilian weapon. All right, so he's got a two-hander there. It's a very short-looking two-hander, but He'll have it nonetheless. Right. Okay, so a tapered northern blade. Don't need that. That can go. Get a little bit of money back. All right, let's see if we can find those looters and those woods nearby here. Where have they got to? No sign of them now. Oh, there they are. I see you. We're coming for you, looters. We're coming. Right, again, this will be another auto-resolve here. Excellent. One of our nomads has now become a mounted warrior. So there's only 3 more of those nomads left to put on horseback. Things are improving nicely. Right, let's go for these guys. So ultimate destination is Argaron, to the north of our position. We're not too far away now. Just more trash prisoners and trash items to sell. They're not valuable, but, you know, every little helps. It's all money and experience. Right, let's crack on to Argaron then, unless we see any more bad guys between here and there. Hey, Infusion, how you doing? Field battles are stuttery, yeah. um, yeah, I'm definitely not going to go the murder someone to get a wife route. I'm going to try and find my own. Right. So I want to go to. Oh, hold on. Let's sell the prisoners first, because otherwise I'll forget to do that. Go to the keep. So I need to pay a bribe at the moment to get into the keep, even because I'm just some random that nobody cares about right now. So we'll pay the bribe. That has now opened up the opportunity to go talk to Zoana, who is the one we are going to try to marry. Right, now then. I'm going to save here because, as I said, getting through the courtship process will probably require some save scumming, which I wouldn't normally do for other things, for making mistakes or getting killed or whatever. I won't save scum for that. But just so that we don't spend 3 years trying to find a wife that's eligible, I'm going to try and save scum our way through this. Just to get ourselves a spouse so we can start popping out kids. Right, so she's Zoana of the House of Ostikos. Our family has stood in the Senate and discharged its duties honourably since the first days of the Empire. I have heard your name. Oh, she's heard of me. People speak of your deeds. It's good to finally meet you. Oh, excellent. Even though I've come wearing my sexy Smurf cap, she's still interested. Right, let's see. There's something I'd like to discuss. Very well. What do you propose? My lady, I wish to profess myself your most ardent admirer. We're going to go for that. Yes, we are considering offers. These things are not rushed into. Okay, all right, well, we'll not rush, but I'll just offer my hand in marriage right now anyhow. Yes, well, I suppose I can consider your offer. I mean, she sounds pretty sold already to me. She says, we meet from time to time, as is the custom, to see if we are right for each other. I hope to see you again soon. So that's the end of that little exchange. You've now got to go and spend some time away doing other things before she will consider talking to you again. So I'm just going to wait here for some time. At least, you know, we spoke to her last night. We'll wait till daytime. See if there's an arena tournament happening. No, there isn't. Oh, well. Where are we in the leaderboard now? We've not done very many, have we? So we're probably down at scrub level. Where are we? Oh, 14th. Oh, that's not bad, actually. A lot higher up than I thought we'd be. Right. So we'll go smash these looters since they're nearby. Why not? Auto resolve that, and we've got a tribal warrior has turned into another raider. We've got 2 raiders now. How close are the nomads from the next level up? Not too far, over halfway. Grab ourselves some more stuff. And, oh, hold on. We've got some kind of upgrade here. So, pole arms, we can get standard bearer. Plus 15% morale to troops in formation at the start of the battle. Won't do any harm. But we've also got a focus point to spend. Right, now, I want to place this carefully somewhere. So, horse archery is something we're doing. We could do with improving that. Got a little bit of room to improve our riding still, but we've not really got very far to go with bow. So I could improve that. Tactics as well. We've got actually we've got room on tactics. That's got room to grow. Trade has room to grow. Charm, not very much room to grow, but I don't even have the first tier of that yet, so surely something will level up before we hit the cap there. So I'm going to go with the bow trait here then, because we could hit the cap without being able to hit an ability. So add a focus point, and there we go. We can now get to either faster aim or strong pull. I prefer faster aim personally. Increases the readying speed by 10%. Means you can just fire off more arrows more quickly. Comes in handy in tournaments as well. Guarantee you that. Right, okay, that's all that is required there. So we're going to head back to Argeron, and you know, she's had half a night to think about things. We've declared that we intend to marry her. I think that's plenty of time, isn't it? So we're now going to go to the keep. This time, now we've paid the bribe once, we're allowed to go back into the keep for free this time. So we don't have to keep repaying that bribe for the same location while we're here. So that's good. So we're going to go straight to talking to Zoana. Doyle! So then, what is it? So I'm glad to have the chance to spend some time together. Okay, right, so now you see we've got these 3 little circles. You've scored 0 points out of the 3 needed to succeed in this persuasion attempt. So this is where we're going to save scum it, because you've got to light all of those up, and then you've got to do this a second time to actually succeed in going for her hand in marriage. And if we fail one, it's all over. So at that point, I'll reload it and I'll do it again. Right, yes, it's good to have a chance to get to know each other, she says. They say you've travelled quite widely. Tell me a bit about your journeys. Right, so you can see now we've got these percentage chances of success or critical fail. Like, if you hit one of these critical failures, that's it. Like, your entire chance is completely over. And then we've got one option here where there's no chance of a critical failure and is, in fact, our best chance of success. But even that's only 74%. So, we can say the world's a dung heap, basically. The sooner I earn enough to retire, the better. So, yeah, we've travelled the world. We've seen the world. We've decided it's a steaming pile of dung, and we've had enough of it already. So, we'll go with that. Success! That worked out. She says, I see. So, next. Between your followers, your rivals, and your enemies, you must have met a lot of interesting people. So this time we've got 3 options that don't have a chance of critical failure. So we can go with, I'm just honoured to have fought alongside comrades who thought nothing of shedding their blood to keep me alive. I've seen great good and great evil, but I can only hope the good outweighs the evil in most people's hearts. Or I can go with, most people would put a knife in your back for a few coppers, have a few friends, and just keep them close, I guess. Let's go with, I've seen great good and great evil, but I can only hope the good outweighs the evil in most people's hearts. Ineffective. No. So at that point, we failed, basically. So now it doesn't really matter what I pick for this last one, because we need to reload it to have a chance of marrying it. Right. What's this? Some people say you will go far. Suppose you were to rise to a position of power, what would you do? The first thing to do after taking power is to work on your plan to remain in power. Or, oh, I have a long list of scores to settle. You can be sure of that. Let's go with option A. That was a success, but it doesn't matter because we failed one of the attempts. And she says, yeah, in the end, I don't think we have that much in common. Right, oh, boo. Right, so that's a complete failure. So we need to leave. And we need to reload. As I said, this is where I'm going to save scum things. and see if we can get convinced a second time. Hey, Garrison, how you doing? Good to see you. Throw out the window, he says. We're cheating our way to a wife here, as chat put it earlier. This is what needs to be done. Right. Why can't I go to the keep? There's nobody in the keep. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. It's some kind of minor bug there, apparently. But leaving the city and then re-entering the city refills the keep. It's all good. Hey, Lazy, good to see you too. How you doing? It's good to see a whole bunch of you guys here. Thank you. Right, so yeah, we're just going to skip through and do things as quickly as possible this time. All right, success on the first one. Right, well, this time let's go with most people would put a knife in your back for a few coppers. Oh, she liked that answer. Damn, we should have gone with that the first time. Right, so we've got to succeed this third and final try. And then we've got to do this all over again the next time, but we have to let some time pass in between. There's some people say you'll go far. Suppose you were to rise to a position of power, what would you do? So we picked the first thing to do after taking power is to work on your plan to remain in power, and that was a success last time. So let's try that again, see if she likes that this time. Yes, she does. Okay, so we got through the first stage. So she says, well, it seems we have a fair amount in common. Perhaps we can talk more when we meet again. Right, so now we leave. We got through her defences on the second try. So then we save. And now we're going to wander off, do some stuff, and come back again. Because we've got to go through that process one more time with another set of 3 questions that we need to succeed at all 3 of. Then we've got to go talk to her dad. But the hard part really is getting past these charm checks, basically. Particularly since we're not very charming. Alright, we got some stuff there. Don't see any more nearby nasties. Oh, we've got some mountain bandits there. Yeah, we could go take them on, couldn't we? Yeah, that takes it into night time. So next time we go back there, should be day. And hopefully we'll be able to talk to her again by then. Right, we're going to fight this battle, even though there's only 5 of them. Because auto-resolving against these guys does not tend to work out well, in my experience. Why are you not attacking? 3, 1, 3. Attack. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, I'm going to go in for the stabby. Oh. A bit more stabby. Oh, do you know what? I've got a bow. That's what you get, mate. That's what you get. Ow. Leave me alone. Chucking knives at me or something. Or is that a rock? Oh, he got stabbed in the nuts. Hey, I think that's all of them. Good to go. Loving the Monty Python references, guys. Nice. Right, we're done there. So yeah, it did look. I just glanced across at OBS, and it did look like it's still showing a little bit choppy in the battles. So let's drop things down even more for streaming. So where are we at? Performance overall. Go to medium, and we'll see what that works like in the next battle. I've got a feeling that changing the graphics is not going to help. I think it might be OBS stuff that we've got to twiddle with to get it to work right. That's my concern, but can't do that right now. Right. Oh, hang on. Save, because we will probably need to save scum our way through this conversation. All right. Let's go chat her up again. Lazy says, if only life let you save scum relationships. Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Right. Okay. Something I'd like to discuss. Why won't she talk to me? What's going on? She won't. She won't. She's having none of it. Right. Okay. Let's wait here for another night. I hope that hasn't broken. Because we got convinced the first time, but it's supposed to bring up another conversation like the first. Right, let's go to the keep and hope for the best. Ah, there we go. Now we've got the option. Perhaps we should discuss a future together. Yes, well, I've been thinking about that. Oh, good. She says, I insist that my husband conducts himself according to the highest standards. All right. So this is where it gets tricky, you see. This is where the safe scumming really kicks in, because at best, we've got a 59% chance, and we've got 9% chances of critical failure on both of those. So, right, what can we say? I'm a man of my word. I hope that's sufficient, or I do what I can to alleviate suffering in this world. I hope that is enough. And then the third option, those who are loyal to me, I'm loyal to them. That's bad. That's only a 39%, so we're not going to go for that. I'm a man of my word. I hope that's sufficient. Success! Yes! Okay, she liked that one. I'm happy to hear that, she says. Right. I'm just not, how can I say this? I'm not attracted to you. Is it the Smurf hat? Is it the Smurf hat? I can change the Smurf hat, if that's what it is. Right, so we've got two bad options and one option here. So what? This is supposed to be an alliance of our houses, not our hearts. We can say, so what if I'm ugly? You know, business marriage. Success! It worked. Oh, she's happy to hear that. Okay, yeah, she's like, yeah, all right, yeah, I can get over you're ugly if your house is powerful. My house is not powerful. Don't let her know this. She doesn't know. We're nobodies. She says, I think you should try to win my family's approval. Okay. Oh, man. We're on the last hurdle. 59%. I can only hope that if they come to know my loyalty, they'll accept me. Or I can only hope that if they come to know my virtues, they'll accept me. I'm going to go with option A. They come to know my loyalty. No! No! Apparently, yeah, they care not for loyalty. Right, save scum. We gotta go again. We were so close. We were so close. So I'll try picking the other option this time, see if that makes a difference. But I think it's all just on dice rolls anyway. So by that point, we're on our third roll of really not great odds. So it's tough. Right, okay. Has enough time passed? I might not have. Yeah, no, I haven't let enough time pass, have I? But what I need to do is a save after I've let enough time pass. So we'll wait here for a night, and then we'll give it another crack. No, another crack? Another crack is what I meant. What happened there in my brain is I saw catch in chat asking something or writing something, and it got all wrong in my brain. Right, so now we'll save. And we'll go to the keep and we'll try that set test again. So Catch had written, what had he written? Next question is, what is the SP velocity of a swallow? Oh yeah, I saw that earlier, yeah. The Monty Python stuff. There we go. Discuss future. So what do we go with? Man of my word. That worked on her last time. Worked again. Okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay. And final option. This time, I can only hope that if they come to know my virtues, they'll accept me. Success. We made it. We made it. We got through. Okay. Yes, I think I'd be honoured to accept your proposal. Lucan, as head of our family, needs to give his blessing. There are usually financial arrangements to be made. This is fine. We will happily pay to get married. Especially since we've been told we're unattractive and ugly. And I don't think she liked my Smurf hat. Right, the next thing is we need to find Lucan. So easiest way to do that is through this menu again. So he was last seen near Dinar Castle today. So where is Dinar Castle? Probably not too far away, since this is his home here. Unless, of course, he's on campaign, in which case it could be miles and miles away. Oh God, where is it? It doesn't look like it's close. Where the hell is Dinar Castle? Alright, chat, I need your help. If any of you see Dinar Castle, shout really, really loudly in catch. In chat. I've got catch on the brain today. What's going on? Really, really loud in chat. Like I need garrison-sized letters so that I notice. Dinar Castle. Where the hell is that? Okay, right. So he's a member of the the Northern Empire. So let's see if he's somewhere around that or around its borders. Check all of their territories first. They've got some territory over here as well that I never looked at, so could be. Oh god, there he is. Look at that. He's miles away. Oh, he's all the way over here. We found it. We found it. Right, so by the time I get there, he's going to be somewhere else entirely, isn't he? So we're going to have to search around for him. Thanks, Catch. Oh, hang on. We're missing looters. We're missing looters. Let's get these looters. Couple more level ups. Nice. Another horse archer. Oh, we're going to have fun with them. Right, we're starting to run out of room for prisoners to make a stop somewhere on the way. Sell them off. Oh dear. Shaking my head in disgust, Tasku. Right, no level up there, but we did get 8 more prisoners, which is more than we can handle. So we're going to have to let one of those go free. We have hit our maximum number of prisoners for now. So, priority. We're going to stop by at Amprella. Sell those prisoners. Oh, there's 26 looters there as well. I'm going to go back for them. Definitely going back for them. Right, let's ransom those prisoners. Leave. No need to hang around yet. We'll sell stuff later. Still got carrying capacity, I think. There we go. I wanted to find these guys. Go take these on. Again, I think I'll auto-resolve this. I think the odds should be alright. Yeah, plenty in our favour. Nobody leveled up from that. Wow. Okay. And of course, oh, wow, 15 prisoners. That's pretty good. We are constantly gaining morale for our party, which is good from these battles. And also renown, which goes towards improving our clan tier, which will allow us more companions, etc. Oh, speaking of which, we could actually get another companion right now as well. I've got room for another companion. I also have the money for it, so we'll get that sorted in a moment. But first, I'm going to drop off our prisoners at Amprella. I'm going to do some trading. Just see if there's an even better spear available for me here. No. What horse have I got? Desert horse, that's fine. Nothing I want to improve here. Forward, but no, there isn't. Better body armor anyway. Okay, never mind. We'll just sell some stuff, and then we'll see if there's a tournament. Small spurred axe sold pretty nicely. I'm waiting for a good price on that oil. I've not been happy with what I've seen so far. Ah, Botania Woodland Cloak. Now then, it's not as good as what I'm wearing, but it's going to be better than what my companions are wearing. So we'll give Kiroslav an upgrade there. Nice. Sell all of this rubbish. We've got some baggy trunks we can sell as well. No, I always end up selling that helmet by accident. I wish the lock feature actually worked, and you know, when you click something with a misclick, you don't actually end up selling it if you've locked it. At the moment, it just makes a little light for you to pay attention to. But oh well, right, okay. So we got 1,191 for that nice little selling spree. Happy with that. There is an arena tournament available, so we're going to join that. and see if we can win ourselves a spiked kettle over Imperial Mill. Okay, right, this time, if we make it through, I need to make sure not to leave early thinking that I've failed when I haven't actually failed. And we got one guy off the blue team already. This javelin chucker here. Get wrecked. Okay, good work. Nobody went down on our entire team. Okay, only one team makes it through this fight. Oh, that was terrible. We did not do good stabby. 86 damage to him. Yeah, he's down now. Let's get rid of their archer. Hey. Oh. I'm going to say stop shooting my horse, but it's actually preferable to him shooting me. There we go. Get stabbed in the face. Oh, God. Oh, God. This guy's got javelins. Oh, no. Uh-oh. If he hits me, he could nail me in one here. This could be over for us. Oh, no. I was going to say, on account of I don't have a shield. Yeah, so that's it. Tournament over. Never mind. At least, you know, when you're doing these, you are gaining weapon experience and athletics and stuff as you go. So it's still worth attempting. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, though. Just riding fast towards one guy who only has one target to launch his javelin at is generally not good. What I could have done in hindsight is gotten off my horse, tried to pick up a shield and just deal with him on foot. Would have been a lot safer. Ooh, hang on a minute. I saw some looters over here. Now, Lucan is going to have travelled somewhere else by now, so we're going to have to check where he is. But at least we're starting from roughly where he was, so we shouldn't have to travel a huge distance to find him, unless we, you know, passed him at some point without noticing him, which could have happened. Right, so we now have our first Kurzite horse archer. That used a war horse to get to this level, and these guys are much better than any of the current horse archers we've got, which is nice. We're getting a decent force together, and we still, I mean, I'm going to let these Palatine Guard and Legionaries die at some point without replacing them, because I just want an entire force of mounted archers. It's just OP. But we'll make use of these guys while we've got them. And I'm not going to just dismiss them from the army. Right, let's see where Lucan is now. Kuraluk. Last seen at Kuraluk 1 day ago. So where is that? There we go. Not too far away. Right, we'll ignore those looters since we've got to move in the opposite direction to catch this guy up. Ooh, however, these guys, I mean, they're kind of close enough, aren't they? Go after the 24 stack. Oh no, too many prisoners again. Need to sell some off at some point. Right. We can also, while we're up this end of the world, recruit some more horse archers. We've definitely got the money for it now, so we may as well. Right, now where was Kuraluk again? Down here. Right, we're definitely stopping at Baltakand. So we need to clear out our prisoners. Got some trading we can do. It's a reasonable price for oil. We'll sell it here, I think. What else is left? Just some leather shoes. And oh, we got a cow. We'll sell the cow. Anything better here for us to grab? Not really. Okay, so 711 for that. There's a tournament going on. Okay, I'm going to do a tournament. I do enjoy doing the tournaments. We can get a steppe warhorse. That's really handy because obviously we need warhorses to be able to level up our dudes at the moment. Everybody's got spears. Leave me alone. Okay, we've still got one of our guys alive here. Oh. Help our teammate out. There we go. Stab him in the face. And him in the face. There we go. And we won. Whew. That was a little bit scary when I realised everybody's got spears. Not a good time to be on a horseback if everybody has spears, is it? Get him taken out first. And we'll go for this archer. There we go. This one's in the bag. Pretty much, anyway. Oh, that was Kirislav Frostbeard. We've wrecked our buddy. Okay. I'm here. Stop running away. Oh, that was terrible aim. Yes. Hold still. Just for a moment longer. There we go. Thank you. One of the troubles with having some high-level troops in your stack is when you enter these tournaments, your troops can actually enter it too. So having like the Palatine Guard and like high-level horse archers and stuff in my army stack can mean that they're showing up in these tournaments and I actually have to fight against them myself. But I don't find it too much trouble usually though. There we go, and that's the tournament won, and we got ourselves a nice shiny warhorse. I should have pretty good aim, Tasku. I did used to be a competitive gamer. Although that was now quite a few years ago. Right, I've already done the trading here, haven't I? So we're now going to leave, and we're looking for Matey Boy, aren't we? Where was he? Ortengard. Last seen at Ortengard now. So where is that? Where's he going? Has he gone past us? Okay, I'm not seeing Ortengard. I mean, he can't be far from here. So he was seen at Kuraluk. Like, in the space of a day, how far away can he really get from there? I wonder if I can just use the search function to just find Ortengard immediately. Let's see if I can do that. Let's just click that. Where is it? Oh, I can just hit track. Ah, somebody was trying to tell me that earlier, weren't they? Oh, there's Ortengard. That huge city right there. Okay. Oh, man, he did get a long way, didn't he? So, last seen there. So, he's probably besieging that. Well, at least we know where we're going now. Oh, man, there's quite a lot of step bandits buzzing around us. But luckily, our army stack's just about big enough to fend them off. There he is. Lucon's army. Okay, gonna go talk to him. Oh, seems that I can't talk to him right now because he's a little bit busy besieging Ortengard. Right, let's just buzz around a bit. Maybe I can just wait in this let's say a village. Right, are they done now? No? How are you still not done? Okay, I'm just going to chill here then. He doesn't look like he's doing very well, does he? Like, his army is ticking down and down and down. It might get a little bit difficult to ask for his... oh, there we go. To ask for his daughter's hand in marriage if he ends up being in a dungeon. But he has now just won his siege. And as you can see, Ortengard has now become... a settlement of the Northern Empire, but I need to go talk to this dude. We also need to talk to him as part of a quest, so we'll get that done as well. It says, yes, I was a junior officer in Neretzes' staff. People say much about the battle that betrays a lack of understanding of Neretzes and of the circumstances he faced. Noretzes had an obligation to avenge the Britannian attacks on our land. He marched out, and with all the forces he could gather. The Vlandians betrayed us. But that's what you expect from honourless barbarians. Fortune favoured the enemy. What matters is that we did what honour required. Perhaps Noretzes was rash, sending our infantry up into the hills to storm the Britannian fort, but he thought he could grab the pass quickly before the enemy had time to reinforce it. If he'd made the other wager, and that turned out to be wrong, people would say he was hesitant. I stayed with Noretzes until we were forced back to our camp by the Sturgian infantry, and then fought on the battlements. Eventually we could hold them no longer. I did not see what happened to Noretzes or to our banner. Arencius got us out of there and got us home. I did not respect Arencius before, but that day I saw he was worthy to be an emperor. Okay, thank you. Right, there we go. I wish to discuss the final terms of my marriage with Zoanna. Very well then. So basically what we do here is we've got to offer him some money, and we just move the slider until he accepts. Like I said, previously it was around 6,000 he was happy to accept. Oh, he wants a little bit more in this one. A little bit more. So, looks like about 7,107 is enough. So you see that bar is now filled in, and the gift option has appeared. So we are allowed to marry his daughter for 7,107 dinars. That's seems like a bargain to me, considering the amount of kids she's been pumping out on my other game. It's going to give us a lot of troops. So there we go. Doyle married Zoanna. At the moment, there's no cutscene for a marriage or anything like that. So you just do that, bang, done. You're married. No ceremony or anything. Splendid. Let us conduct the ceremony then. Unless they've put it in. No, there's still nothing happens. So, yeah, we are now, in fact, married. So if we get rid of that. If we go to our clan, you can now see under family, Zoanna shows up. And we can go and talk to her and get her to join our party. We have to go to Argaron to get her to do that. But she has now become part of our clan. And of course, you can take her into battle as well. She can level up just as any of your companions can. So it's like having an extra troop for your family. But as you can see, she's not very good at any kind of fighting at all. She can ride. She does make a good trader and a good steward. So already I'm actually going to make her quartermaster and get her in the party. And we'll level her up based on her steward skill instead of using mine. But she's not very good at fighting. But, you know, you can give her a bunch of good armor and whatnot, and she'll do the job eventually. She'll get there. Right, I just want to go talk to this recently defeated guy while I can see them, because that's part of a quest we need to do as well. Okay, I curse that name. It took from me my husband, 2 brothers, more cousins than I can count. Oh, the war didn't go well for the Khuzaits then. The Kyrgyz were never the richest of the clans, but we made... Oh, she's from the Kyrgyz. It's confusing, because in Mount and Blade Warband, you had the Kyrgyz, and then in this you've got the Khuzaits, and now she's talking about Kyrgyz again. It's very confusing. But we made up for it with our valour. When word spread that the Emperor was promising silver for men to ride at his side against the Sturgians and Britannians and others, of course our young brave boys leapt at the chance. My husband, the bravest and best of them all, led them. We fought the Vlandians. We won, but there was a great slaughter. My husband's horse was slain, and he was ridden down, though he died amid a pile of Vlandian dead. Elsewhere on the field, the Emperor was having his head hewn off with a Sturgian axe, and thus was in no position to pay us. Such are the fortunes of war. But what came afterwards? When word spread of what happened to our menfolk, the other clans, the Arkites in particular, knew we were weak. Our herds were raided. Anyone who protested was killed. Monchug did little to stop it. It taught us that valour will get you killed, but treachery will make you rich. Okay. So, we learned some stuff there. We're going to go after these looters while we're... Oh, actually, no. First, we're going to recruit some more... Oh, we can't. I wanted to recruit some more tribal dudes while we're in this part of the world. Man, just don't have the rep with Khuzait nomads. Have we actually lost rep? Oh, hang on, this could be a good pile over here. Wondering if we've actually lost rep with them because we've married the daughter of someone that just took one of their cities. That might have an impact, maybe. Well, I'm going to auto-resolve this. Again, look, even though we're against a big pile of them there, still none of our guys died. And a couple of them leveled up even, which is good. That's a lot of prisoners. Oh, man. We've got too many wounded people to be transporting that number of prisoners. Oh, we got a horse out of that as well. That's pretty cool. Will anybody let us recruit? Oh, yes, we can still recruit from that village. We've got one more guy there. Okay, let's go pick up, because the sooner we get back to Argaron, pick up our wife, the sooner we can start getting her pregnant, basically. Oh, we've been attacked by 4 dudes on horseback. Fair enough. We'll take you on, step bandits. Yeah, because as one might expect, while you're not in the same location, I don't think you can actually make babies. So we need to get her in our army stack so that, you know, well, biology can take place, basically. Well, that was a very short battle. I'm sure they regret that now. We'll take him because he's worth more than a looter. And we got a horse. No complaints there. Right, so we'll stop at Chaikand on our way back. We'll sell those prisoners. Actually, you can fall in at this village. Pretty near. Create another guy. We're up to 34 troops now. Yeah, we'll just keep hitting these villages as we go. Grab as many recruits as we can while we're in the Far East. I didn't know that, Lazy. So Lazy says, random Princess Bride trivia. Andre the Giant played the role of Fezzik the Giant. The author of the book the movie was based off of based the character of Fezzik the Giant off the real-life Andre the Giant. That's pretty awesome. I like that trivia. Nice. Yeah, of course. Always behind on chat, Garrison. Right, we are going to sell our prisoners. There we go. We're going to do a bit of trading. What did I just sell? Just sold a jagged spear. I don't want to sell a jagged spear, actually. I kind of want to keep a jagged spear and give that to one of my dudes. Although it may be jagged, it is better than no spear at all when fighting from horseback. A lot of arm wraps and a lot of leather shoes. Okay, who's short of a spear? You are. Gandarina the Blacker Spear. We'll sell the Spather. Yeah, 784 gold dinars made there, which is quite nice. Managing to keep our money up okay. Oh, we can recruit a whole pile of Who's Ain't Nomads here. Army building nicely. We're going to end up with so many horse archers. 46. Yeah, I don't know if you can recruit Khuzaits from here. Let's have a look. Oh, you can. Excellent. Even more of them. 49 now. And we're about to exit the lands where we can recruit, but one last bunch coming in. 53 we're up to. Excellent. Is there an arena fight? No. Okay. So now we're just going to travel direct, I think, to Argaron as quickly as we can. Get our new wife in our party. And of course you can equip her as well, you know, give her whatever gear you have available. I have a fine steel Manavlion. Is that what you're talking about, Garrison? I've got one of those. But there's another spear type that was it thin, fine hewing spear. I think it might be called that, something like that. That's the spear that I like the best. That's the best spear I've found in the game so far. But I've not seen one of those, and when I do, it's going to be pretty pricey. Hopefully, we'll be able to afford one though. Well, what's going on with my party? Oh, we got some level ups. Nice. Nice. Right. Don't really have that many horse archers right now, do we? We've got a lot of Khuzait nomads. Some of them are going to die before they turn into mounted warriors, but many of them will make it, and we will become a formidable force. Right. So now we're going to go to the keep, and you can see now Zoana is green. And we can take hero to party is now an option. So we do that. And she is now part of our party. There she is down the bottom. I'm going to move her all the way up. She's got some pretty good gear. Wow. Our missus is tooled. Mrs. Doyle is tooled. Let's check what she's got. She's got an Imperial jeweled helmet. Head armor 50. That's pretty good. Although she does look a bit ridiculous with it. Lamella with scale skirt. Now, that's not quite the best armor in the game, but it's nearly the best armor in the game. That's absolutely immense. She's got decorated Imperial gauntlets and boots. They're pretty decent. Not the best, but decent. An Imperial charger. Got Imperial scale barding. I think that's... it's either the best or almost the best. I think that might be the best horse barding in the game, actually. So that's pretty immense as well. She's got a light royal mace and a knight's kite shield, but we need to give her a bow and some arrows so she can be a horse archer as well. And at some point we need to get her a spear, but we'll have her keep the mace for now. So yeah, she's she might be a terrible fighter, and she is a terrible fighter. She has no skill at all, but she is tooled, properly tooled. Although she doesn't have any kind of shoulders right now, so we'll pick some of those up for her. In fact, let's just have a look if we can grab some from this location. So we could get some woven leather shoulders. I mean, they're not great, but they're as good as what we've got right now, and they are cheap. So we'll grab that. We're a long way off being able to afford significantly better armor for ourselves, but mind, Mrs. Doyle's got all the good stuff now. Right, let's. There we go. Chuck some shoulders. Those shoulders look really out of place with all of her super shiny special stuff she's got, and then just chuck on some studded leather. She's got imperial robes as her dress as well. Looks pretty chunky in those robes. Right, what have we got? There's various other things we could buy. Now, is there a Western dress? I don't think. Oh, you could buy a red dress. I don't think the Western one is here, is it? We'll find one of those later. Right, so she's now in the party, and it is now possible for us to start making babies. Another thing I want to do is I want to hire that 5th companion right now. So actually, just realised I might have just used up the last spare bow, on Zoana. So we're going to just pick ourselves up another cheap step bow while we're here. And we're going to start checking out companions. So, all right, let's go to the encyclopedia again, and we'll look at what we got? So we want wanderers. And we get a list of all the potential people that we could take into our party right now, and their various names. So Gandarina the Black is already part of our party. You can see Clan Doyle, she's a member. So we're just going to have a look and just find someone that sounds cool, I guess, or someone that's going to have skills that we don't already have. Siona the Healer. Do we already have a healer? Well, she's devious. Not sure we can trust her. I'm just going to have a quick check, actually. I don't know if I actually have a healer or not in the party. We've got Frostbeard, Black, Loud, and Bloodaxe. So, yeah, nobody's a healer. Let me just look at the character skills. So we're looking at medicine. Yeah, so we don't have anyone that's good with medicine. So we're going to look for a companion that's good with medicine then. So anyone with healer in their name is going to be useful. So Siona the Healer. Let's find out where she is. Last seen at Ox Hall today. That's far. That's really far away. I know where Ox Hall is. That's in the Western Empire all the way over here. Oh well, we can travel. We have horses. We can travel. And we're going to travel. And we'll just hit up any looters we see on the way. Definitely right there, Lazy. Garrison's mentioning the old cliche about female fantasy armors there. Very appropriate. But I've got to say, actually, in this, it's worth pointing out that, yeah, they've not gone for the whole fantasy female armor looks, have they? Like, female characters have just as much armor as male characters, as should be expected. Although, you know, it's a little bit sad that we don't we don't have the hot female armor anymore, but you know, it's more realistic. Can't complain. We'll get yelled at if we complain anyhow. Isn't that right, lads? Right, what can we trade here? Anything I want to pick up? We've got nothing to sell, so we're just looking things we can buy. Ooh, the Romphalia is incredibly expensive, but seems very deadly. We can't even come close to affording that. Wow, the Falcons as well. Look at the price of some of these weapons now. These have gone up. These did not used to be priced like this. You used to be able to pick those up a lot cheaper. Right. Have a look for the spears. Oh man, that means the spear that I like is going to cost the earth now, isn't it? It's going to be super expensive. They don't even appear to be selling any spears there. Right, is there an arena fight? Oh, there is. We're going to do another tournament. I'm not very good at the Botanian tournaments because of the two-handed weapons stages, and I suck with them. But it's good to keep doing them and getting the practice in. Oh god, here we go. Two-handed axe immediately at the start. Must kill him fast. Whew, there we go. Okay, it's 1-on-1. I think we're already through to the next round. Try and get to my tree of cheese. Oh no, he's fast. He's fast. Doesn't have much armor. Alright. Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm safe behind my tree of cheese. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that was our guy, Falsivor the Loud. The guy that apparently slaughtered, what was it, 12 knights or something. Hard to believe. So we could get a one-handed bearded axe from this. It's not actually very good, but maybe it'll sell for a decent amount. Right, we have the tree of cheese. We're going to use it. Ow! Oh god! Oh god, no! Right, we got Falsivor. He's gone. Oh no, there's a Botanian Fian. That's kind of scary. Oh, but not scary if there's an axe in his chest. Yeah, get wrecked. We got a nice little pile of sacrifices by our tree of cheese. Let's skip that round. And here we go. Oh, we got a sword this time. Excellent. Oh no, come back to the tree of cheese. Never abandon the tree of cheese. Alright, he's doing good work. He's tanking for us. We snuck in and wrecked everything. But now we've got to somehow beat an Imperial Legionary one-on-one. That's probably our Imperial Legionary as well from my army. This could be challenging. They're very skilled melee fighters. We will use the tree as best we can. No! No! Leave me alone! Yes, we've done it! We got through it and we barely had to do any skilled blocking at all. We just utilised the tree of cheese to the max and we won the tournament. So we got a one-handed bearded axe. Okay, let's go to trade screen and see what that's worth. 894, not bad at all. We're going to sell that because I'm not going to use it. We'll get rid of this arming sword as well. So we got ourselves a little bit of cash together. Nice. Doyle's a tree-hugging hippie, a murder hippie. A very, very militant, murderous hippie. Yeah, I'm not sure the hippies would accept that. Right, what am I doing? We were going to Oxhall to try to hire that specific companion that I wanted, weren't we? Where's Oxhall? There it is. So away we go. Ooh, 23 looters. Yes, please. Still fast enough to catch looters, which is good. Again, I mentioned before, but for those that might not know, it's worth having as many spare horses as you possibly can so that your non-mounted troops get to ride those when you're travelling. It increases your movement speed for your party, which is great. Although my intention is to have a completely mounted party in the end anyway. It's still worth grabbing as many horses as you can. So you can increase your movement speed and more easily catch smaller army stacks up that would normally move faster than you. At the moment, I don't actually have a huge number of horses. I should really buy some more when I get the opportunity. Because at one stage, the horses I had... oh, there we go. Your spouse, Zoana, has just learned that she's with child. We got her pregnant already. That did not take long. The Doyles are well known for being very fertile. Where was I? Yes, so we did at one stage have enough horses that we could mount our entire force. But we've been using those horses up to create our horse archer troops. And so we've lowered our number of horse supplies that we had. And at the same time, we've been taking on a bigger army. So, you know, the horses we had don't go as far as they used to. So we will need to be picking some more up when we can. Oh, we're right next to Carbanseth now, so we may as well stop by here. We'll get rid of the prisoners. Oh, there's no tournament there. But let's see where we're on the leaderboard now. Oh, we're number 11 now. We're getting close to being in the top 10. Not far off. Thank you very much, Mr. Vision. Does that say Mr. Vision? Or oh, sorry, NR Vision. Sorry, eyes did not work properly there. But thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. I do have a YouTube channel as well where I've got loads and loads of other content if you want to check that out. Channel_Doyle on YouTube, and you can find plenty more there. I used to have a lot more time for streaming than I do now. Unfortunately, I'm now a full-time dad. Well, I say unfortunately for my streaming, but it's good in general. I'm enjoying it. Good looking after my little boy. Right, where am I? I've got to say that in case he watches this years later and he's like, "Oh no, Dad said I ruined his career." No, it's all right, William. Don't worry. Daddy's joking. Right, where was I? So we did some trading already. Yeah, well, let's just pick on these looters since they're really nearby. Hopefully they won't take us too far away from our destination. Was a little A little bit of a detour. Alright, we'll just auto-resolve that. We've got another level up. Another nomad gets a horse. We're running out of horses. We're going to have to actually spend our hard-earned cash on buying horses soon. Right, I want to get that companion picked up. Let's get that out of the way. Our Soul Calibur was a lot of fun, Garrison. We had great times building characters on that, didn't we? I've still got Ortengard highlighted from earlier. Let's de-highlight that. There we go. You just click the little button there. And no longer highlighted. Get all the way back over to my party now. Probably past loads of looters, but never mind. Right, Tavern District. There we go. Siona the healer. We're going to talk to her and take her into the party, because then we'll have a healer. The women of our family pass down the art of healing from generation to generation, and other services that can be accomplished with herbs. Okay, what's she saying there? Best not to question it. But for all our skill, we remain poor, while richly robed, well-fed men with half our skill walked around the towns tending to the lords and ladies. By the time I became a woman, I was sick of filthy huts and puking babies. I came to the towns and inquired after which households, among those who had wealth, might have a patient for me. Of course, when I showed up at the door in my torn, stained dress, they slammed it in my face. So I acquired some dinars, I will not say how, and with it bought a silk robe and some jewellery. This got me inside the doors of rich men's houses, and the cures I worked and the reputation I earned have done the rest. Yes, sounds like you have a good head for business. But I've noticed something. More dinars is spent on war than on anything else. So if someone's raised an army and doesn't want to lose their investment to infected wounds and fevers, well, it might be worthwhile to employ me. Right now I'm between jobs, so if you've got any work for me, I'm willing to discuss it. Yep, I can use you. She wants 1,727 dinars. Sounds like a bargain. That'll do me nicely. So we now have our final companion slot filled. And I'm just going to equip her now. Here we go. Siona the healer. Quite swanky. And a Highland hood. Got a short sword. Great swing speed on the short sword. Unsurprisingly, not a great length, hence the name. But 103 swing speed is good. Right, I need to give her a horse. I need to give her a bow. Some arrows. We don't have a shield available at the moment, so she's going to have to make do without for the time being. And also use her short sword, because I don't have enough spears to go around. I do have some gloves I can give her. I'll give her the wrapped shoes. I swear these wrapped shoes are not supposed to be armor 17. I reckon that's massively inflated on what they're supposed to be at the moment. Oh, actually, wrapped leather boots are the same as the wrapped shoes, but they're heavier. So yeah, still wrapped shoes are still better. But yeah, for the time being, we're using those. They've got a nice high armor value. Right, we've got the goggled helmet over mail. Swap that instead of the hood, so she's now got a nice helmet. Do we have any better armor for her? We do. We can give her the rugged gambeson there. There we go. Got her knees out now. And what she got herself? Highland cape, body armor 3. Better than the Highland cloak. Take that off her town outfit and put that on her battle ready outfit, because that gets us a little bit more body armor, +3. Every little helps at this stage. And that is her kitted out for now. Got another short sword in her civilian outfit. We can't really improve that much. Oh, we could give her some arm wraps, I suppose. And a rugged gambeson, why not? Okay, so we've now got a healer in the party. This is a good thing. What we need to do as well, ransom those prisoners, is go to the clan, and I can designate her as our surgeon. There we go. So she will skill up from healing us. Do I have a scout yet? Let's just have a quick look. Is anyone actually good at scouting? So that's the scouting thing. Georgie Bloodaxe is rubbish at it. Falsivor the Loud is rubbish at it. Gandarina the Black is rubbish at it. Hiroslav Frostbeard. Oh, he's actually good at it. So we're going to designate him as our party scout. We don't have an engineer yet, but we don't really need one. We're not going to be doing sieges anytime soon. We've got quartermaster. I believe I made Zoana our quartermaster. There we go. Oh, that reminds me. I wonder if we can pick up a western dress for her while we're in the west. See if see one of those for her town outfit. She needs to look like a snazzy lady. There we go. Western noble dress. We'll grab that. We've got a bunch of rubbish to sell as well, so we'll get that done. I now need to start keeping my eye out for cheap horses again. Said horses. So if I can find some nice cheap horses, I'll pick them up. We're getting low on those. That Highland cloak is just getting sold. All of this stuff can go. And the Highland boots, I should really remember to shift sell. Like, I do know about it, but I keep forgetting to do it until I've done a load of clicking. And I think, oh, that would have been quicker if I'd just done it another way. Right, so the Western Noble dress is no good for armour, but it looks a lot better, in my opinion, than those like baggy Imperial robes. It looks more like a proper lady now, and the dress is a nice shiny green, which suits our clan colours. We're going to sell those Imperial robes, and we'll call that a day. Let's go look at the price of horses here. Not cheap enough. Not cheap enough. So we're not going to buy horses in this location then. We will save up. Right. There we go. And we are done there. So that is where I'm going to leave this episode for the daring adventures of Doyle of Clan Doyle. Hopefully you will catch me next week for more of this, but it's not where I'm going to end the stream. Well, I'm technically going to end the stream, but I'm going to start it up again immediately. What I'm going to do next is do just live stream an episode of BattleTech for my YouTube channel, so that I can actually have a day off tomorrow. So we're gonna end this here, as we've now hit our objective of finding a wife. We've got her knocked up, so we just got to wait a little while before she starts popping out the first baby. And we've now picked up our 5th and final companion that we're allowed at Clan Tier 2, and got ourselves someone who is a surgeon, which is good. So next time we'll be working towards Clan Tier 3, which is going to take us a little while. We'll continue popping out babies as well, which is going to help grow the clan. And as I said before, there's no limit on your family, and so when they hit the right age and can become warriors, you're going to end up with quite a few equipable companions without having this limit of companions that you have to work with here. So that's going to be good. Although they do age in real game time, so you would need to play like, I don't know, 16 to 18 years before they're old enough to actually be usable as warriors, I guess. But whatever, we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you can also select one as your heir for when you die of old age. Eventually, well, I think you select it when you die. You choose who's going to carry on as your heir at that point, rather than needing to do it beforehand. But we've got a good few years in us yet. What are we? 31. We've got a few breeding years left yet, and we've got a spouse who's aged 24, so she's definitely got a good few breeding years in her. We should hopefully be able to increase the size of our clan quite significantly. She's holding. Yes, that's right, Chico. She is holding. Right, so we're going to leave it there. So right, I'll do the sign off thing. But if you want to stick around, I know some of you also enjoy BattleTech as well. So if you want to stick around for BattleTech, I will just restart the stream almost immediately afterwards, and we'll get cracking with BattleTech. But I'll do the sign off now. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the new follow as well. If you want to see more of this, I stream at the moment. Being full-time dad 5 days a week while my partner's working, I will be streaming only at weekends at the moment. My usual time is 3 p.m. UK time, which I think is back to 10 a.m. Eastern for you guys in the States, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody from America. So that's when you can usually catch me at the weekends. Usually I'll do Saturday and Sunday, except I'll take the odd Sunday off when I really need a rest. Today it's just going to be a Saturday this weekend, but I'm going to do 2 streams back to back. And then yeah, hopefully you'll join me for more streams in future. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. All of those things really help grow the channel, and I'm still trying to grow the channel, even though I've had to cut down my streaming hours. Still want to keep making progress if I possibly can. And I'm picking up new follows on YouTube, so that's going well. Thank you for everyone that's doing that. I really appreciate it, and I do care about my YouTube audience as well. I will reply to your comments as and when a reply is required, and I do read them as well. So thank you for anyone that leaves me a message there and supports me on YouTube too. So we'll leave it there. I'll be back in just a few minutes, like less than that, like probably under a minute, and we'll play some BattleTech next. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and see you in a bit.